So I am back. So it turns out it was not just the radiator. We got some blown head gaskets, so that's fun. I believe I left the paperwork for all of the repairs at the shop, actually, because my mind is just blown. Like, I don't think you guys understand. So basically the costs are going to come to $7,000, $7,500 to be exact, but that's a ballpark, to basically replace the engine and get it up and running, hopefully. And we're hoping, right? We're hoping that replacing the engine is actually going to, you know what I mean, correct the problem. So yeah, so that's essentially what's going on right now. Do I have this $7,000? Of course not, but I'm definitely going to get the money, because essentially, did I want to spend $14,000 on a car? Not really, not even in the slightest bit. But I don't want to say I don't have any other options. But as far as where I'm at right now, I told you guys that I've been working 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts every single day for the past 3 months. I don't really have a whole lot more mental space capacity. I don't have the physical capacity to find other alternatives. I don't know how to exactly navigate this without just paying for the repairs for the car, right? So at this point, I've decided to just let them, repair the vehicle, and hopefully that fixes the problem. If it does fix the problem and everything's good, then I'm just gonna pay $7,000, take that loss, and keep it pushing. I mean, there's really nothing else I can do, right? But I did contact an attorney in Washington. I did contact an attorney that specializes in auto fraud. So hopefully he returns my phone call by tomorrow and I can get something situated with that. I hope I have the heater on. Hopefully that's not too loud, but in the meantime, I'm back in this motel and I don't have a car, but fortunately the manager at the mechanic shop is going to loan me a Jeep, which I am going to then live in until further notice. So I decided to utilize this time to just, really make a comeback on YouTube. Because at this point, with everything that I've dealt with, I just want to with everything that's going on, my van was actually one of my last resorts. With everything that's going on in the economy, with everything that's going on in America, my van was my last resort. So it was either that, or I just took the money that I made from working so much and I would leave the country and basically create a new life elsewhere. So it was those two options. So because the first option of the van kind of, I don't want to say fell through, because I'm still determined to reconcile that situation, but it's either that or leave the country. So if I can't fix my van, then I'm definitely going to leave the country. I have my passport and everything like that. So definitely going to leave the country with whatever I have. And because at this point I have nothing to lose. Like, I literally have nothing. My storage got robbed like a week ago, and the car, since I'm stuck here in Oregon, the car that I had is actually still back in California, and I didn't park it, where I parked it, there is a chance that it can get towed. So there's that. So I essentially only have what I brought with me and what's in the van. So best case scenario, I can come up with 7,000 within a week, and I mean by all means necessary. Either that or Switzerland. That is the only two options. And if it doesn't work out for me in Switzerland, then they have a program, and I'm gonna join that program, and that's just gonna be that. What else? But yeah, so I just wanted to give like a really quick brief update on that. I will take any suggestions if you guys have any suggestions. I'm just personally like mentally exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. So I just don't have the capacity at the moment to like really like figure this out, other than just to tell them to repair the car. If I come up with the money, cool. If not, you know, we'll just see, to be continued. But I tried also, yeah, I wanted to mention also, you guys know that I finished my medical assistant program like a few months back. I tried applying for jobs. I've applied to over 30, maybe 30 to 50 applications for medical assisting in California, and I have not received a call back from any of them. Some of my applications even got not necessarily denied, they just weren't accepted because they had so much volume of applications that they just could not review mine. So there's that. And then I just recently came back from the one hospital that they have, or I mean, I think they have two. I don't know how many hospitals that they have here or whatever, but I did just recently, before I came to this motel, I was at a hospital and I asked them if they had any open positions for medical assisting, and they don't. So at this point, I wanted to have a PSA. Maybe I'll make a separate video because I really want that to be a PSA. But all these little courses that you see, like become a dental assistant, become a medical assistant, you know, all these little tiny little class courses that take like a few months, all these little programs, definitely don't join those programs because they're still, it's still a business. Like teaching is still a business. And there are so many people who are paying student loans on degrees, that even master's degrees, that they still can't find jobs for. And that is absolutely insane. Like I literally met somebody in Washington at a dealership. He was a car dealer. Actually, two people. I met one person at the rental place, right? And these are real life experiences. This is not like internet stuff. Like I heard things on the internet of people struggling to find jobs even though they have degrees. But I met somebody who worked at Enterprise, and he said that he has gotten his degree and he has to pay student loans, but he was not able to find a job in his field, right? That's number one. Number two, I went to Washington to pick up the car, and I was looking at other dealerships, and there's this guy that worked at a dealer. He said that he actually got his psychology degree, which, mind you, was the degree that I was currently, that I was going for in the past. He said that he got his degree in psychology, and he still cannot find a job in his field. So he's working at the dealership. This story, and also I recently subscribed to somebody who actually has a master's degree. I forgot in what, but he has a master's degree, and he still can't find a job. And mind you, he's like older, so it's like you would think that he has some sort of experience or whatever, like if certain people are just more inclined to hire older people because of, you know, more wisdom and more emotional maturity or whatever the case may be, right? He still can't find a job. So if this is what's going on, like, my mind is just blown. But definitely don't join these courses. If you are going to go to school, definitely go to school for something in tech or something. I mean, even then, that's a long shot. But yeah, if you're not some sort of, you know, essential thing that's in high demand right now, the chances of you finding a job is very slim to none. So I was thinking I can go back to bartending, or it's either I try to find a job that I already have experience for, or I just take a shot at becoming my own entrepreneur, which I believe I can do that. It's just going to take a lot of groundwork. And like I said, I'm very mentally and physically exhausted. So I'm going to have to like figure that out. But I definitely want to document things. I do document things in a journal, but I also wanted to document things on video, because I feel like even though, you know, life is really taking a turn for the negative, or at least it seems like that, I would rather share my experiences, good or bad, especially the bad ones, because personally, when I see somebody going through the same thing that I'm going through, it makes me feel at least that I'm not alone, you know what I mean? And it feels like there's somebody out there that can somewhat understand what I'm going through versus like me feeling like it's only happening to me, right? So that's the reason why I'm sharing. I really don't care what, you know, opinions people have. All negative comments are always deleted. It doesn't even faze me anymore at this point, but I at least want to document, you know, what I'm going through and stuff like that in the event that I can help somebody. So yeah, there is a casino not too far from here, so I was thinking I could apply there. But I mean, when it comes to small towns, it's extremely hard to find a job in a small town. Been there, done that. It's very hard to find a job in a small town. So at this point, I have some options, but I don't know. Then again, but I am definitely going to be posting a lot of videos, so you guys can watch out for that in the future, because I want to you know, just say what's on my mind and share, you know, especially with the internet nowadays. I feel like this is like a great time to connect with the right people by sharing your own personal stories, because that's personally how I go when I subscribe to people. I try not to subscribe to people who I can't relate to, so that's just me. But yeah, I cannot stress this enough. Stay away from those programs, because these teaching programs to get your little certificate or get your, you know, license for this, that, and the third, real estate licensing, you know, even CDLs, like, not only like everybody is kind of like going after the same things. So the more people like put out advertisements to receive some sort of certification or licensing for something, it's always going to be like eventually too many people to fill, you know, those positions that they have, if that makes sense. So definitely, you know, especially with medical assisting, like there's like little to no jobs at all. And even if they are, I feel like because they've opened up the programs and made them the program so much shorter, it kind of just cheapened the job in a way to where it doesn't even pay that well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna end this video here and start my next video and basically just let it all out, because these past 3 months that I've been working, it has been absolute hell. And I was hoping that this would be like my buyout. This would be like, you know, it for me, like this would make it worth it, but nope, still going through it. So yeah, but anyway, I will talk to y'all in my next video.